to Abagail Walker.
Thank you. Okay, can you hear me okay? Yes. Is my mic working for you guys? Okay, perfect. So, we are going to start this as I start all of my classes. And it is like this. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Now, if that is too hard for this time of morning after that time of night last night, then you have a choice. You're going to go, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Almost as good as my kids. That was really great. I just want to give you credit. So this slide deck will be available later. I'm one of those people that has so many ideas that I'm bursting at the seams most of the time. If you've ever talked to me, I probably talk too much. I'm going to try not to do that today because I have great videos, and all of the slides I tried really hard to make them so that you can kind of touch back with them. This is just a poster I presented at the Florida Music Educators Association in January. And woohoo! And so this is kind of my program, and it was literally just like an elementary curriculum share. So it has QR codes to kind of these different things. But it inspired my session today, which is building community through your ukulele unit. So understanding modern band concepts and emboldening your students to be themselves and also make friendships and connections to their learner and the learners around them, as well as your extended community, parents, supporting like a lifelong learning motivation, if you will. Beginning in the 25 minutes we get them once a week, right? So I'm lucky I teach at a private school. I'm not lucky to teach at a private school. I'm lucky because at my private school they prioritize music. And so I get my kids twice a week for 30 minutes. There is always that transition time. So I try to start with something that is elemental, which is steady beat or some type of pitch ID, right? I heavily rely on color coding, and so you'll see a lot of chroma note or boom whacker colors. And I feel like especially in our pre-literate students, that is essential. The way I think of it is we're basically connecting, because color is abstract and pitch is abstract. So if we all agree that these modern band shirts are blue, then we can all agree that G sounds like this if we learn it at the right time, right? And also we have an instinctual literacy through color. And so if we can kind of harness that, then we can embed pitch when our students are geniuses at oral learning, right? Because that's all they're doing is replicating sounds that they hear. And so if we can kind of like tattoo that onto their bones, I've been mind blown because I didn't have this as a child, how much my pitch has grown. And I have a master's in bassoon performance, so I have a lot of experience with atonal music theory and doing all these things that I've worked really hard to get pitch, but just teaching my kids has, you know, and using the color coding and using this company, Prodigy's Academy, and really has helped me continually expose myself and make that better. So I was afraid to try. I'm like, I didn't just throw a G out there. But if I said to my class, what is teal? Somebody would sing a G, somebody would do a solfege, and somebody would say 5, and somebody would say sol. So that kind of language that we're passing on as brainwashing as possible. I tell them when they're in middle school, by the time they get into my School of Rock, I'm like, I've brainwashed you, and that means you have a skill. You know, and that's, I think, they like to hear it because middle schoolers like to be surprised. Okay, so let's move. Okay, so this is a song that actually I wanted to sing because I was inspired by Laura's presentation. All my New York friends I'm friends with because my ORF Level 1 teacher used to teach in their district. Her name is Katie Traxler, and she did an affirmation song program. You can see her kids here, and they wrote the song. So let's echo them. I will stand for what's right. I will always be alive. Okay. They're much better teachers than I am, okay? They wrote that song as something that was meaningful to them. They collaborated and came up with things that made them feel affirmed. And that's what we're wanting out of today and out of our classes. So keep these guys in mind, and keep yourself in mind, not just as a learner, but as a learner. But when you're facilitating, because that's who we are. Every single one of you has so much to offer, has so much to be proud of, and has so much to say. I get to talk today, but you're talking to yourself. You're the teacher. You're the extender. You're the one that's going to take this somewhere else. So don't listen to me, because this is not a showcase. This is a helping hand. This is me saying to you, it's tough out there. It's really tough. These are some things that work in my classroom. And hopefully, some of them will be accessible to you, and you'll be able to transfer them. I tell my students, I have a stained glass window that has a bassoon on it from Sagrada de Familia in Barcelona, and I have them color it, and then we hold it up to the light backwards, and I say, this is how you're going to see me. It's based on what you put into it, the colors that come from our learning, yeah? But it's also just an image, just the imprint that we leave on the hearts of our children, yeah? And it's only in part. So think about that. Think about what you're leaving with your children, and especially our learners who are so young that they will not remember anything you teach them. And I don't mean to be a downer, but they won't remember the details. Okay, let's keep going. So these are my students. This is actually my niece, Selah. And this is Zenora, but they have given me permission to share the videos and pictures. It's really important to me that you know that. I'm at a private school. Everybody has signed a disclaimer, and I've already gotten it approved by head of school. So this is something that I do take as a privilege, but I also want you to know, respect them whenever you can show them in your classes, but I don't think you would do otherwise with them. These are ukuleles that my fourth graders made. So we buy $15 build your own ukulele kits, and they get to design them and build them from the ground up. They know this is coming, and we do an instrument making unit with our Launchpad design building class that they take once a week. We've partnered and also partnered with their recycling units and their various social studies units to discuss like folk music, and fourth grade does a deep dive into folk music. And so they build these, and we learn our state anthem on them, and we learn how to tune by actually creating the instrument, which, again, you might not be able to do that, but you might do it as an after-school club, or you might, extend it in some way. So just feel free to let your mind ping and ding. This will all be here later. Okay. Proximal discomfort. We need to be asked something. You cannot be a passive learner. So look at this picture. I have 3 boys. They love Pokemon. And I want you to pick which one you are. Now, I need to catch all learners, right? And we're all learners here. Yes. I need to be able to evolve or scaffold break down I got very excited that you learned that. That's exactly how it goes in my classroom. And so I need to be able to break it down to teach every single person depending on who I'm training and what their individual battle is. Yes? I know, it gave me chills too. Okay, so they can't learn what you don't teach. Doesn't mean they can't learn a skill, like a specific thing, because you want them to go out and learn. But what I'm talking about primarily is classroom management and procedure. Okay, so I want you to know now, part 2, which Pokemon do you teach? Discuss. The classroom often feels like this image. Does anybody want to share why they might have picked one of their students as one of these Pokemon? Yes?
I will share.
Yes.
So I don't know the names besides Pikachu, but
Me either.
that number 11 one with the giant mouth open reminds me of hormonal middle schoolers. So we're very excited to Spadizzy Daz, Raz, whatever the name
Yes.
is.
If you agree, just do this so we can all know. Yeah, exactly. Anybody else want to share? Yes.
I felt like it about a kindergarten, though, the same dude. I saw him, it's like at the end of the year, we've kind of gotten rain over the kindergartners, but then you forget. And then when they come into the beginning of the year, you're like, my gosh, who are these little people that are like,
How many of you ever had like an out-of-body experience where you just are in the middle of your class teaching and you're like, I'm the only adult in the room, I'm the only adult in the room. Yes.
A lot of us over here just said all of them.
Yeah.
Yes. At the same time, right? Yes.
I went off though because I know a little too much about
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Because we have all learners in this room,
it.
right?
I went with Doduo, which is the one based on the kiwi that has 2 heads. And it's like always running, and then the heads are always going in different directions.
So did you guys notice that we had 3 different types of learners in this room? I had someone that went to their own knowledge, something they brought from home. Somebody that knew the name and kind of extended it to their learner. And somebody that pointed and said, I don't know that one, right? You probably did that yourself. And I think that's really important that we were okay. We survived that. Everybody had something different to say, and we laughed, and we had a good time. Anybody else? Just one more.
I have 16s. Some are 16s, and they are that fabulous.
Oh, yes, right. And we need to protect 16s who have their back to what everyone else is doing, and they are happy, and we miss them. We miss them because it's loud. We miss them sometimes. But they're the ones. Sometimes they're the ones that come out of their shell and have retained everything. All right, so we are now at hopefully, yeah, okay. So I want you, again, that principle of what are they taking with them, and these are my first graders in an inline assessment of what they learned today, which was 1 chord. Nope, it's gonna work. All right. Oh my God, they're cute. But this is my middle school rock band, who is 6th through 8th grade. It's an elective course. They wrote this song, choreographed it, learned it on the instruments, taught it to every new elective that came in because we switched people every time. We ended up getting to share it with the Music Will Songwriting Exhibition, and they were famous on the internet. We also took it to the FMEA first ever crossover festival, and they got to play for other bands in the state. And every band there had made an original song, which was really an awesome experience. They felt like rock stars. So here they are. Solo. Yes. This drummer came in from England this year and had never played in a band. Just wait till you see him play Nirvana. Yeah. This kid started guitar a year ago, as did this one. This girl has perfect pitch, which we discovered in our elective, and plays pretty much every instrument. You'll see her do that later. But the constant is joy, right? The constant, and we can't always have joy when we have those Pokemons, and I get it. But we're striving. We're striving. Okay, so you can read that if you want later. But I wanted to tell you about this one girl, Hadley. She's been in my class since first grade. Her brother was actually in that band. This is them at the Crossover Festival. She was accepted into the 4th and 5th grade All-State Elementary Chorus, as well as the first annual modern band, regional modern band in Florida. Let's give it up for Sean Motes back there. He directed it. Okay, but this is her in 4th grade before she was doing all those statewide things. Turn your teacher brain on when you watch these videos. Yeah, so in these classes I have 14 to 20. It depends on who shows up, but now we have 18 in all of our sections for next year. Some of you have a lot more, a few of you might have less, but that's who we have. So this was my first year, which actually was 1920 at the school, and so it was COVID. And we started this project, the Kandinsky, because I came from teaching college adjunct. I was like, everyone needs to know who Kandinsky is. Turns out it was awesome because, again, the classroom culture is based on your enthusiasm for your learners and their learning. The strategies change, but that philosophy does not. So when we celebrate our students, see and name the unseen. So that can be a person, but it can also be a skill that they don't know they have. It can be an internal dialogue that they need. It can be a way for people to bridge their differences. But it's our job to see those things and name them in each person, because this is not my show. It's their life. It's the only time they are going to be in music lessons. And that's kind of what we're keeping with us. And then be a helper. As Mr. Rogers says, in terrible situations, always look for the helpers, right? So the middle schoolers copied the Kandinsky as an outline, as you can see in this picture. And then everybody across campus would do color the circles, and whenever they needed a break or whenever they just wanted to color the circles. And then they would get them for things that I want to encourage. So it was effort, positivity, helping a friend, whatever. They would get them and get to put them anywhere. Kandinsky's philosophy is that all colors can work together if they're done intentionally, and you can see that in his work, in this particular work, Circles. Okay, so now it's your turn. I want you to talk because every situation is different. Do you prefer just staying where you are and chatting amongst yourselves, or do you guys want to stand up and move around? Okay, so think, pair, share. Whatever that means to you in this moment. These are some questions, but just discuss your program and kind of where you're coming from so that you can, and I'll ask a few of you to share if you don't mind. Okay, I want to get to the ukulele stuff. It's not that I want to hear, but I feel like you guys are so good at sharing with each other. I hope that has made you feel heard and helped you understand that you're not maybe alone, but you might also be different. So look, again, use your teacher brain. What is this learner experience? And there are 3 learners there, right? All right, let's just popcorn answer. So like 1, 2-word answers, rapid fire. What do you see? What do you notice?
Tired, confused, focus.
So this is Thomas. He was this is his first year playing a string instrument. He was the guitarist in the band, the one that soloed. That was in 4th grade, so his first introduction. And this is a highly trauma-informed child who has a very difficult time focusing in the classroom, and her learning looks very different than Thomas's learning. And this is one of the other teacher's kids who is very competitive and wants to do everything right. Okay, so we have taught, maybe not all of us, but raise your hand if you taught through COVID. I mean, we're all teaching through COVID, but okay, look around. Say thank you. Say you're incredible. So let's tell ourselves, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
One more time.
Yes, we can.
Keep your fist. Hold it tight. What did it feel like when you were teaching through COVID? Right? Okay. Now, I want you to release all the tension in your hand until you're still holding the shape of a fist. I promise we're going to get to the ukulele. Keep letting go. How far can you go? Go till you actually lose the shape and then come back a little bit. Now, read this while you're holding your shape of your fist. And tell me what happens. Now, this is important. Don't read it yet. When you lose, I want you to notice, because this tension, this is release. Notice what happens to your muscles while you're reading to yourself. I am not a processor of what I spoke music before I spoke. I read music before I read words. So sometimes I feel like English is my second language in that regard. But read it and notice what's happening in here. Maybe nothing. Everything in the universe is in a state of constant flux. Simple words and thoughts cannot capture this flux or complexity. The only solution is to let the mind absorb itself in what it experiences, without having to form a judgment on what it all means. The mind must be able to feel doubt and uncertainty for as long as possible. As it remains in this state, ideas will come that are more dimensional and real. Open your eyes, open your eyes. Okay, this is where I want your brain to be. This is a you moment, where I want your brain to be, because this is really important, how we present ourselves. Some children, that will be the first time they've ever heard an adult speak that way to them. You don't read them this quote, obviously, but my tone of voice was important, right? Welcome to ukulele. All right, so we're going to get our ukuleles, and I'm going to run through how I introduce. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to run through how I introduce the ukulele to my kids, and we're in circle-ish kind of shapes for a reason. They're always on the floor in a circle. So I would pass out the ukuleles, which you guys already have, and I would say that I would make sure that they know left from right. So it depends. If they're little, I'll have them on the floor before they walk in. But let's say you're in 4th grade and you know your left hand. I say left hands are on, right hands are off. You're going to probably want to cradle your ukulele, so you're not just like trying to do that, but right hands are off. So that's just so that when you're tuning and passing out ukuleles, you have some semblance of quiet. They're going to do this, right? Okay, so this is Mr. Ukulele. This is his back, and his back is a magnet to your belly button. When you joined our school, I hate to tell you, we put a magnet inside your belly button. Your parents don't know about it. It's really weird, but that's what happened. Okay, I'm kidding, and it depends on my learners whether or not I would say that or not, but the magnet goes to your belly, and I want you to keep this shape. I'm going to preface this whole thing with, this is something that works with my kids. I am a bassoon player. You are a better ukulele player than me if you are thinking that's not how you do it. I'm a bassoon player. No one knows how to play bassoon as well as I do, and I think that every single time I hear. So let's move through that thought. This isn't about us. It's about something that works with our kids. Take what you want, leave what you don't want. And then afterwards, tell me everything I did wrong, and then I will grow, okay? So back to belly. This is 12 o'clock. I'm going to say 12 o'clock, and you're going to say a.m., p.m., 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
A.M. p.m.
Good. This is the back. What do you think this is? The front. And so what do we think this whole shape is? Yeah, great. And what comes up from the body? And what's on top of the neck? Right, and these are the ears. No, wait. These are called tuning pegs. Okay, I want you to know tuning pegs are very hot. They're lava hot. Okay, so we don't touch tuning pegs. I am teaching this to pre-primary kindergarten kids. We start to tune ukuleles when we start to build ukuleles in 4th grade. Okay. So tuning pegs are lava. Everybody, don't get as close as you can, but don't touch it. It's too hot. Okay, lava. Now, we're going to do something that's very difficult because you're not sitting on the floor, but I would say resting position, resting position. I'd put the ukuleles down, and I would say resting position, police are on their way. If they get you, your ukulele goes to ukulele jail, just to take a break, just to think about what we're supposed to be doing, just to give your brain a chance for you to reset. So resting position police are coming, and we're all going to do our sirens, our vocal sirens, as they come, and they're sitting there. Where should your hands be? Let's do it. We're going to go around the room. Ooh. Ooh. Very good. You guys are great learners. It doesn't always go like that. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Lava. Oh my God, I forgot the most important one. We're in resting position. Everybody put your hands up like they're against a wall and look at your hands. The left one should make a capital L. Yeah? Now I want you to turn that L into a Lego hand. Okay, now your Lego man likes to eat hamburgers. He eats them all the time. And so he's going to eat a hamburger. It's really important that he holds on to that bottom part of that bun. Yeah? Okay, so if my Lego guy eats a hamburger like this, what's going to happen to that hamburger? It's going to fall out, okay? Yeah, so against the wall, Lego hand, eating hamburger. Great, okay. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. A.M. Lava. Falls on left hand. Yes, exactly. Great. You guys are so good at this. So I have a labeling assessment that I do with my older kids, and this is taken from Kala.com. And I just took out the labels so you could write them in. I also have a version at the bottom that has the labels written in. You can use that. So we did this. Oh, look at us go. All right, so the purpose of your thumb is to create counter pressure. So we're going to go back into resting position, and I'm going to give you guys a prize. Okay, so as we're passing them out, do what you need to do to kind of reset your mind and your body. But your ukuleles, there's not a great resting position, so you're in charge of that. So just put it somewhere where you can kind of take a stretch break as I pass out your prize, because you've done such a good job. We're number one. We're number one. We're number one. We're number one. Put it on your left hand. Hold on. No, that's wrong. Put it on your right hand like it goes. Okay. We're number one. We're number one. This is number one. This is number one. So easy, right? It's so easy. They get it. Now, we're going to do pretend this is our ukulele. It doesn't really matter which side, but I kind of like the side with more lines, right? And we're going to drop our lava onto our Lego hand, and then we're going to try to squeeze, like you're squeezing a blueberry, right on those joints. Now, can you do this without a foam finger? Yes. Is it as fun? No. You can do it with your regular finger, because guess what? You have joints there too. So you're going to squeeze, and I want you to feel that tension, and I want you to feel that counter pressure. The job of your thumb is to create counter pressure. It's a really important job. Now I want you to pinch without your thumb. And I will literally go around and say pinch my finger. I know that's not necessarily great practice in some classrooms. But so that I can do a kind of formative assessment to make sure that and you want to do it with your left hand is pinching, and then you're upside down, and I can make small checks as they're practicing left-handed. And this is a tool that when they walk in while you're passing out ukuleles, they know what to do with their left hand. They can start practicing this. This is my very favorite thing to do. And it's their favorite too. So we take our ukuleles and we do our lava falls on left legs. And we are going to do a chain reaction video. So you put it back to belly, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then I'm going to start, and we're going to go this way. And then we're going to go that way. And you need to pay attention to where you go, because we have 3 rows. Yeah, and if there's any question, you go at the wrong time, guess what? It's okay. Lava falls on left legs. This is a formative assessment to see who knows their left from their right, who's holding their Lego hand. It gives them an opportunity for a non-pressured assessment. It makes them feel a little bit nervous and seen, but also successful. And then whenever somebody does it wrong, I'm surprised none of you did it wrong on purpose. Is that me? Whenever someone does it wrong or does it wrong on purpose, we say, oh, no, let's try it again. And then eventually I'm not the one saying, Jordan, Okay? All right. I love that. And they love it. They love it. They want to do it every single day, which is great because every single day it reiterates the kind of like scaffolded technique I want to see. Okay, so my pinch test, so we just did this. I am like ahead of myself. This is where I want to be. So this is my students and how. And I have them do it with the different fingers. You can do this outside as they're walking in and singing their lineup song, or while they're lining up, get them to stop talking. Okay, yep. And back to here. Oh, I do say if it hurts, it works, because, and I do say line tattoos. I do say those things. That's not appropriate for every classroom, but for my kids, and I don't necessarily say it out loud to everyone, but I do say it to specific kids that are like, it hurts, and I'm like, if it hurts, it's working, because you're building calluses, and I'll take that opportunity to explain why I say that. But again, this isn't a phrase you would necessarily use in every classroom or with every learner. String names and frets. Okay, so gotta catch 'em all is G, C, E, A. Thank you, Sean. And so when we are walking in, if I'm passing out ukuleles, and we will stand up and we will walk in a circle while playing G, C, E, A. I think it's really important that they stop being learners like this, and I'm working on that. Second language is helping me. But let's go ahead and stand up, walk around the room in a way that you're comfortable. Don't hit any instruments to instruments, but I want you to sing along as we play the notes and match the pitch and learn what the string names are. We're starting on the top, the part closest to your nose, and going to the floor, and we're saying G, C, E, A, G, C. I like the ukulele, it's so great. I have my hands on an instrument that I can play. And my friends look cool, and I look cool, and she's letting me touch it for the very first time. Back to your seats when you're ready. You're doing great. I know. It doesn't always match pitch. Doesn't it feel so much better to learn while you're not being looked at? Oh, it does. It does. It just releases that fist, right? Okay, so I also color code, and this is where it's going to get really fun. If I can find anybody see a ukulele? So this is one option to color code, to color the strings themselves. And so you'll take your ukuleles, piñata, and you're going to color them boom marker colors, so it'll be teal, and I make sure to color them up here because, and sometimes you can argue that you just want to color them up here. It depends. If I'm teaching first graders, I'll color the whole string because we're going to be playing open string songs on sol mi la. If I'm teaching the older ones, maybe I'll choose to just do it up here. They do wipe off, and I know you have all the free time in the world, but you know, I don't like to, I mean, you can see this one's been used by my students. And so all of this will come off with alcohol. You can pass it around. So I use Sharpie, or Sharpie actually comes off really well, or I use Posca paint pens. And they're somewhere. I was going to show you. Posca, they're P-O-S-C-A. Because they have a chisel tip version, and it's really easy to run them that way. Oh, no, you okay? So we are going, so this is what my ukuleles can look like. I've done a million different variations of this. I'm starting to do the colored letter names. But if I was just teaching littles, and then of course I'd put the chord building on the side so that they can be thinking on their own. I want them to be independent, and I want them to be taking this as their time to learn this instrument, not my time to model it and then echo, mirror, whatever. So when we are learning how to put these on, I will actually do a string test. So this shouldn't necessarily make sense, but let's make it sense. Here, now, go. So we're going to go on a condo tour. Guess what? I'm from Florida, and I bought you all a beach house. You get to pick which one it is, yeah, but there's just condos, they're all in a row. And there's 4 of them, and we're gonna go on a tour, so you can decide which one you think sounds best for you to live in, right? So we're gonna do our pinch test, our hamburger eating Lego man, and we're going to pinch on the purple string. These are the Dr. strings. I brought them to show you that if you can convince me that that's teal and that that's purple, you can use these. Okay, or you can use paint pens, or Sharpies, or stickers. I had lots of options. So, but we're gonna play the very first box, the very first string, with our very first finger, or you can say, we're gonna go on a condo tour, and we're gonna start on the first floor. And we're gonna walk in, squeeze, and we're going to just play thumbs up, strum down. That is a nice, what do you think about this? How does it look to you? The porch is nice, there's flowers on the entryway. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. What's in your condo? All right, we're gonna climb the stairs to floor 2. No, we don't know the word fret yet. We're just on the second string up. We're gonna go straight up. Yeah, good question. That's nice. They just renovated the bathroom. It's got like a duck egg paint on it. What color are the walls? Teal. Go up to floor 3. That's the red string. Make sure you're staying in this same box or the same condo. Don't go out to somebody else's condo. This is a nice place. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to the 4th floor. Oh, they haven't fixed the attic yet. There's a leak. Yeah. Ready, stop. Ready, stop. Ready, stop. Second condo. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna kind of like speed it up a little bit. And we're gonna do 4 counts on each. I wouldn't introduce this necessarily, but just for us today, we're gonna do 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, and ready, stop. Now I would love it, you don't have to, but I would love it if you would use your first finger in the first box and your second finger in the second box and your third finger in the third box. So let's try that. But remember the job of your thumb. Everybody give me a thumbs up. Because your thumb is really important, and we want to max that pinch test. This is because this finger is sort of weak, and we got to strengthen it up, right? So the 3rd condo, 3rd box, 1st floor, 1st string, and I would actually start just throwing these terms out. And if they're confused and they raise their hand, that's good, because they're wondering, they're thinking about it. And I make sure they're clear on it. So let's just go 4 count again. 1, 2, 3. 2nd floor. It's hard to move that finger, isn't it? It feels different. Oh no. Ready, stop. Ready, stop. So did you notice that they're listening for color, they're listening for timbre, they're moving around the entire thing. This is a great exercise. You can go on a condo tour every single day. They'll come up with something new to tell you about it. So when we're labeling, and I do the labeling, but I just want you to see, you can say condo 1, floor 2, whichever one makes sense. I just label them all differently. But somewhere I actually have for you some Pete the Cat stickers. So that is these ones here. And the thing I discovered is that with littles, you can say push the red button. And they love it. And so let's just watch. I will find my resource. But they would do this, and then if you want them to do it, you can take the button stickers off easily, and then they can check their work. I would start with just 1 color each. We're going to do the 1 finger F. Thank you, Sean. And music will. I mean, I'm giving you a lot of credit, but it is worth it. You're a very good teacher. And then let's see some pre-primary kids pushing the red button. 1, 2, here we go. Use your teacher brain. What would you see? What would you correct or not correct or just notice? Do you know who she is? She was the one in the Joy video from the very beginning. Later that day, she got it right. Because she was standing and she couldn't hold it like this. Yes, so I would not correct anything. I would just celebrate, because what are they doing? They're playing an instrument, they're playing a chord, they're singing. All of that, and that was in one class, guys. Okay, red button, I'm telling you. Okay, so then we would thumbs up, thumb down. So one thing I do have is this, I got it from Target, and you can use it to teach strumming. And so I want you to do down, up, hold on, yeah, down, up, shh, up. So we're always going to be going up and down, and I just thought of this before I came here, but you guys know those pillows with the sequins on them and how you change the colors on them? So let's just imagine we're holding one of those pillows and we're just changing the color. Okay? Down, up, shh, up. Say it with me, shh, up. Down, up, shh, up. Down, up, shh, up. Up, shh, down, up, shh. Oh no, I'm not down. What? I can't do it. It's okay. Just make sure the shush is in the right place. Down, up, shh. Down, up, shh. Down, up, shh. You guys are really good at this. I'm playing it at the wrong time. Ready, stop. Ready, stop. Okay, so this is difficult for some learners, and it's really easy for others, but if you want to teach it fast and you want to teach patterns really quickly, let's do this one. Another thing you can do is stack them, and I say up, shh, down, down. That works too. Yeah, so that's not a thing, right, my guitar players, so I don't know, but you can do it. You're smarter than me. So let's just keep it this way. We're going to go, oh, now it's down, up. Sorry. I got it. There. Can we see that one? Down, shh. And then let's do down. Oh, first finger, you can come up or you can go down. Remember? If you end up doing this, that's fine. If you do this, that's fine. Here we go. Down, shh, down, up, down, shh. Is this easier for you? Ready, stop. Okay, let me show you. It's this. So it's that. And you don't have to. So it's, yeah, exactly. And if this doesn't work for your kids, that's totally fine. I actually, if I'm being totally honest, don't do a lot with strumming because I haven't figured out a great way. So I'm looking forward to hearing more, but this is something that, oh, you can use the colors to mean something. And I actually brought somewhere I had white Legos, all white Legos, if that's helpful, because it's totally true that once you start teaching with colors, they want the colors to mean something. So you can build chords with them and then have them play. You can do all kinds of things with these Legos, but I think it's, and then you can actually build measures and you can say, okay, these are quarter notes, this is a whole note. You can write them on there with dry erase. There's lots of things you can do with Legos, but if it's an extra thing, you don't need it. And you can do physical movement too. You can say we're gonna go down, up, down, up. You know, you can do all kinds of things, but strumming is tricky, so I'm interested in your suggestions. So this is a song I wrote with my son for us today. It's gonna incorporate a few things, but let's listen to it first. It's just a strumming song. This is Jules. Obviously Bill Withers, inspired, yeah, and that's my dog. You guys see okay? Okay, so let's do it. So we're going to go down, up, sorry, we're gonna press the red button, or we're gonna play the third condo, first string. Choose your words. We're We're gonna go down, up, down, shh, down, up, down, shh, down, up, down, shh, down, up, down. Brother fly, brother fly, brother fly around the sky. We all need pause. Stop sign is after need. So we stop on need and we can silence those strings. I want you to fly around, but whenever you get to need, everybody stop and look at the board. We're gonna sing Somebody by ourselves and then we'll learn the next part. Let's try it. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Now, brother fly, you can stand up. Brother fly, walk around. We all freeze to lean on. Good, let's all walk around. Brother fly. The sky, we all need somebody to lean on. Great, I hear some people that already know harmonic progressions and chords. I am so proud of you. We're going to try something new. So thank you for sharing with us the sound that we're about to hear. I love that. Whenever we play to lean, we're going to pluck the red and the yellow strings. We're not going to press anything down in our left hand. Practice that for a second. And then when we say on, you're going to pluck the teal and the red strings. If that's too hard, or if you want to be level 1, then you can just do the red string and the teal string. Okay, let's try it again. Just that part. So we all need somebody, here we go, to lean on. Did I do that wrong? Lean on. I don't know, which one do you like better? With the teal and the red at first, or the red and the yellow? Tell me what you think. I like red and yellow too. Here you go. All right, thank you for sharing your opinion. Here we go. We all need somebody to Good. If you like it the other way, you can do it too, because you get to control your sound. Let's try the whole thing together. 1, 2, strumming first. Down, up, down. Red button. Sing. Brother fly, brother fly, brother fly around the sky. We all freeze. Look at your strings. That was so awesome. And it introduces the idea of playing 2 strings for a power chord later. Just so you know, it really helps them comprehend that. Also, for a school-wide production, what I would do with that is I would have pre-primary and kindergarten moving and singing. I would have first and second maybe just playing the strumming and then freezing and singing the rest. I would have third and fourth plucking and strumming, the whole things. Fifth would put it all together, and they might actually put the performance together and maybe make visuals and maybe say that the pre-primary kids need butterfly wings. And maybe say, what if we actually sing more of the Bill Withers song and we have an ostinato of the Brotherfly? And what if we play orphan instruments on Brotherfly, or we play a harmonic background or something like that? So this can be a school-wide performance easily and really fun. And it teaches, you're approximating all of these things depending on your learners. And any learner can take any of those steps. So I spent a lot of my procedures in the beginning of the year talking about personal bubbles and personal space and moving with locomotor and non-locomotor movements through those spaces. So it's going to depend on the classroom. But if you don't want them to walk in space, you can have them do non-locomotor movements where they just kind of turn or they shift. Sure, I drop them sometimes, but they usually don't throw them on the ground. And if they were acting inappropriately with them, the easy solution is just like, oh, we're going to take a little break. Do you know how to get this back? Do you know why I'm taking this away? Yes. Okay, awesome. So whenever you're ready to learn, this is ready for you. You know, something like that. Like, yeah. Okay. So this is where we get to choose our own adventure, because your performances are going to look a little different. This is a company called Prodigy's Academy, Prodigy's Music. Some of you may have seen some of their stuff. Any sol, mi, la song can be color-coded and you have do on here as well for open strings. So this is a project I do with my first graders, and it is at the end of the year, and it's all the instruments they've learned, and it's to this song called Umbrella, and we take like a couple weeks on every single instrument, and then we use Artie Almeida's 1, 2, 3, 4, mellow sound, get off the floor, 5, 6, 7, 8, hurry, don't be late, as they move around. So let me play it for you so you can see.
Instruments ready? Ready, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Umbrella to me, One, two, three, four. Malice sound, get off the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hurry, don't be
This works well with middle schoolers and any ORF group that you have. This kid didn't talk for the first year I had him.
1, 2, ready, go.
They're switching instruments every rotation, right? This is a highly taught activity. Moving around instruments. How do you do it? Yeah. And do you notice Nova over there in the corner doing his own thing? That's fine because it's an A minor chord. It works. Okay, so you'll notice that is happening every time. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that on our ukuleles. Prodigy's helped me make a lot of materials for you guys today to take home. And they're a family-run company. They're amazing. I'm not selling their product. I just want you to know it's a resource, but none of this is happening, right? So they have a free trial that they wanted me to tell you about. So there, that they made, and they've worked for hours to create these resources for you. So I feel good about that. And then and if you want to know more about this, obviously, I have taught with it for a while, but let's see what happens if I do that. Nothing. It's a great program. No, go to videos. It's me. It's user error, I promise. There we go. Okay, so we're going to play this song. You're going to use open strings, and so your left hand is off. You're just holding it, right? Yep. And let's go ahead and sing along. So you're using teal string. Mi, sol, sol, mi. I like to use these two fingers, but if you want to use something different, try it out. Sol, mi, sol, I would sing this outside the door before we walk in. I would do the hand signs. I would make sure that they know the colors, all kinds of things before they're doing it on here. All right, we're getting faster. Kids love it when you get faster. So some kids aren't ready to go faster. They're freaking out right now, right? So I'm just gonna slow it down. It's still a little bit faster, right? But you guys are pros, so I'm gonna speed it back up. How do you feel as a learner? Confused. Great. Who said that? Exactly. So I have to color my strings. Absolutely. So we can use the 4th string and the 2nd string, or we can use the string closest to our nose and the one just above the floor. Can we sing the words? Always reinforce literacy in your classrooms. Umbrella to me. If you want to just do the hand signs because you're stressed out about the ukulele or it hurts or something, go ahead. If you just want to sing, that's fine too. If it's too loud, I have some headphones for you. Oh no, we slowed down. That's called a ritardando. Woo! Yes. Obviously, the chords are also on there, so you could have various learners playing chords while it's happening. This is what it looks like in the classroom. So you won't be bored if it's slow if you're seeing all the thinking that's going on. That's okay.
And I have kids like that too.
Yeah, they need to stand up to think. They need to be closer or farther. She wants to do solfege and talk to me the entire time. Yeah, and so then we thought, okay, let's make a Mother's Day song and let's change the words. So we brainstormed songs about our mom. I sent that to their mothers, but some of them wanted to do a personal card for their mom. So I just pulled them out of class and their teacher, I made sure it was okay. Self-correction. This is memorized.
I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
And guess what? I just built support for my program. Huge support. Yeah, so artists need their creative input, robots don't. So I know a lot of what I'm doing is call and response, and it's a little bit like second language. You know, I get it, but I need to control the classroom to some degree with younger learners. I share power where I can, I give choice, I give constrained options, but it doesn't always look like, do what you want, do it to the best of your ability. It just, they need to be seen when they need help. So this song in the style of Bruno Mars, I would, again, for some reason I don't have my Pete the Cat stickers. Brock, would you come look for them over here? They might be in the suitcase, I don't know. But I would have the labels on there. So are you okay with me just telling you where they are? Okay, 3rd fret. Most of you know how to play a C chord. If you don't, it's 3rd fret, 1st string. Our 2nd finger is gonna go on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and there would be a purple button there. And our 1st finger is gonna go on the 2nd string, 1st box, 1st condo. If you need help figuring out any of those things that I just said, please raise your hand. Okay, so in my class, what I'll do for the little ones is I'll say, we're gonna press the red button, and I'll hold up a bright red card. And I have copies of those cards. It's just cardstock colored cardstock, but I know it's expensive. Here, and I think I don't know how many I have, and so it's gonna be a free-for-all, but there's a lot, and they're in groups of 3. And so I would say, we would learn the song, and when I see your face, they're not expected to play and sing the song at first. The whole class can sing it, they can play it, or I can sing it, they can play it. There's not a, and then I actually tape them together, so it's the other side. Sorry. There's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing just the way you are. Okay, so let's see that happening in the classroom. Then if they were older learners, I would have these cards up, maybe with the lyrics. This is a lot of information that they don't always know. And I'm not talking about just teaching littles. I know we've been doing that, but this is a transition that you can make. So this is that song. These kids, this is Jules when he was in 1st grade. My son, they wanted to sing it together, boys' song. Okay, and there were a couple of people that didn't want to be in that group. That's totally fine. This was a kid that didn't want to sing it, but he really wanted to do it, and he's adorable. So the whole class supported him. Is he doing it right? Is he performing in front of all of his classmates? He's doing it right, yeah. We'll work on the little things. He got that C chord. He's a performer, yeah? That family has multiple kids in the school. Again, you gain supporters. And then this is my sweet Callie. I mean, incredible. So, incredible, right? Sharing music is a formative experience and a formative assessment. And you'll meet a lot of standards just by doing that. So then I would do this. That's me. That's me in the corner. I have the cards. I have somebody else videoing, one of my kids. So we need to give our children power and roles to do. We have somebody making sure they know what to do. We have the whole class singing. So I call these peace sign chords. And these are all available for you. I have a full set of them, our prodigies, and I put them together and made a full set for you to use. An approximation version, and I'm flying because I have 2 minutes. But this would be you pick your chord that you're comfortable playing, or 2 chords, or whatever. I'm about to fly through 4 years of curriculum, so just here we go. This is a song that doesn't have the colors, but that we learned one with our 1-finger chord and one with our peace sign chord. And you get to choose the work you want to do. You don't have to be in the performing squad. And then this is my kids doing it at a school-wide performance. I had the choreography was taught to the whole school. And the parents could see how they learned, right? So it really is an informance. And the words were up, so the parents sang along. And this is 1st through 5th grade. 4th grade is in the back. This is their feature. Okay, so we could watch that all day. But this is how I would present my ukulele unit to my admin, and this is my curriculum track with some standards that are being met. I'm not going to go over this. This is here for you later. This is how programming starts, with a song. Yes? You pick the song, then you go through this, and you have to work it out, Wombat. You got to figure out who's doing what, yes, and what you're trying to do. When they learn how to make their own instruments, they learn how to string and tune. That's when we really start understanding melody. And Brooklyn Guitar Method has been an incredible resource for me. They have just blown up my program, like as far as like play along songs. I will get a tab in the colors and transfer their songbook on single string tablature over. If you want to know more about single string tablature, there's resources in here, and I can talk to you about it forever. But basically, it's just one line with the fret numbers in it, and highly recommend those videos. And then this is a tab you can use, and it has the fret numbers. You can play number games. Remember, we're learning music as a second language, not just as a math, but we need the steps to be able to create the art. And so we can do phone numbers, zip codes. You can do plus and minus games on the fret, moving around on the frets. And just as a final activity, and there's more resources like transpose, just some things you can use in your classroom. But just pick this out on your frets on the yellow string. Again, I would teach them how to do that. Then I would show them notation. And then this is a resource I made combining the two with the music will play-alongs, and all of this is available. But this is single string. And you're playing fret 7 on the red string. Then open, etc. I know, Gina, I'm coming. And then you can do it in any key and use the transpose tool. This is linked. Remember that the red yellow string is the bass, is the E string on bass and guitar. And then this is where we got, this is the thing that I find amazing. They were actually saying, play D on the C string, on the C string. And then checking their work. And then they were telling me how to build chords.
So if you get one, so you look at the strings, and then you know how much you lose with the number 2, so you have to put your finger on the second fret of the blue string, which is the G string, and you just
And what chord did you make? Hummy chord. Okay. this is Thomas's journey. You can see it happened over 2 years, and check that out. We're all building a program, and we all need to see the universes around us, including our own, and that should give us the open inspiration to explore more. So remember to brag on your program, because that's your best way to build community. Share videos, share stories, whatever. And if you get to go back and look at this, think about what is being learned. And I've broken down all of the concepts into kind of actionable teacher goals that you can make. And then here's a reflection that will come directly to me. That's just anything you want to tell me so I can learn more. Honest feedback, but also you're better at ukulele than me probably. So that's there. And then here's all the free resources that I have for you. They're all QR codes. So you can come and check out these QR codes while we're packing up. But thank you. Going to Gina. Yeah.
Let's give a big round of applause.